I bought World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 2024. Is it worth it? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you the pros, the cons, and the in-betweens of my experience in playing this game. Now, look, I am a dirt racing fan, and I've been waiting on this game, and I waited to play the second version of it instead of going out and buying the first iteration. And I'll tell you why. Because usually when you come out with a brand new game series, well, there's a lot of bugs, and really the first installation of it's not very good. Well, I've seen pros and I've seen cons reviews, and I decided to pick it up. And I like the fact that during the holidays, there's a bunch of discounts, and I bought this game for about $45. And I got the season pass, and I got all the cars and all the tracks and future DLCs. And I think when you plop down 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks, whatever the game is, you might as well go ahead and get the DLC or just not buy the game at all. And so I ended up doing that. And I went straight into career, which I'm a huge fan of. And when you play this game on career, you need to know that there is a lot of detail to it. This is not a just kind of paint by the numbers career mode. There's a lot of in-depth things, and to the point where there's literally an accounting screen. What I felt when I first picked up the game was it was not overly complicated. This is a lot like the NASCAR Heat series, where you can go as in depth as simulation, if you will, type game, or you can just do a pickup and play arcade kind of game. What do I mean by that? So I went with the normal difficulty mode. I had a little bit of assistance on there, and as I've played, I've started to adjust with those. I love the fact that just like in NASCAR Heat, you can really play with how the AI goes about it. But in terms of just in game experience, it's really fun. I've done the 305s, I've done the midgets, and those cars, there is differences, no doubt, but it's not overly complicated. Like in past World of Outlaw games, the 405s compared to 305s, it's drastically different. You can barely touch the pedal. It's a lot of pedal play. On this one, they turn pretty much the same. It really just comes down to entry and exit. If you can figure out how to do those two elements, you're going to be fine on a gameplay standpoint. So I really like the feel of the game. It's a fun game to play. The only knock, and I will get into this in a little bit, is something that you just kind of have to overlook. In terms of the career mode itself, which I plan on doing a separate video, it's very in depth. Like I said, you had an accountant. What I really, really liked is money matters. So you get payouts from the race, you get payouts from your sponsors, you get payouts from your merchandise, which I love the merchandise aspect. If you damage your car during the races, you have to pay for those. I like that. In past NASCAR Heat games, money didn't matter, right? Once you upgrade all your cars and your facility and your team members, that was about it. Well, with this one, you have to continuously upgrade stuff and you have to continuously repair stuff. So you can't go out there like a madman and just wipe everyone out. I like that. Another thing I like about it is um, the paint booth is there. It's not great, but it's not bad either. So you do get your paint booth. I like the fact that they have real tracks in there. I like the fact that you don't run the same tracks in every series. You change things up. Um, you you do a race and then you have two races after that to try to get a sponsor. I highly recommend you just go out there and upgrade all of your stuff as soon as possible. Get to the second level of your engine, then your tires, and then you can work on your chassis. And there was something else. And then once you get to wing cars, you can work on your wings and stuff like that. Another element that I like in terms of the gameplay is the wing adjustability on the 305s and the 420s, because that will help with your downforce. Therefore, it will help with your entry and exit drivability. So that was really good. But overall, after playing a few hours of it, um, I really like the game. I really, really like the game. If you are someone who just wants to pick up and play, this is your game. If you want to have an in-depth simulation type experience, this is your game. The only thing that I don't like about it, and it goes back to you just have to overlook it, is this. The damage model is horrendous, okay? You can flip 1,000 times and your wing will not move an inch. There is no visible damage. They take it a lot like the NASCAR Heat Series because that's what they're building off of. It's the same engine essentially, where you can get damage and it will affect the way your car handles and how fast you go. It's just there's no visible damage. I hate that. I want that in-depth experience. If I hit the wall, I want to see my, front wheel fall off. If I flip, I want to see my wing get collapsed in. I want the damage model. I hope they improve with that, but in terms of the second iteration, I really, really like the game. 1 through 10 score, I'm going to give it a 7. I really, really like it. I highly recommend it. If you hear this by chance, if there's still a sale going on, pick it up. Like I said, I got everything for $45 on Xbox Game Pass or on the Marketplace. So that's my experience with World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 2024.